Effie's Yaacov Heidingsfeld.
With the permission of the esteemed rabbis here, my mother, Uncle Jesse, Cindy, and Debbie, there's a famous joke regarding the parsha we're going to read this coming Shabbat, Achrei Mot Kedoshim, that after death, the person is suddenly remembered only as being holy and noble. But in the case of my dear grandmother, Pesel Bat Alter Eliakim Getzel, this is no joke. And while the Shulchan Aruch explicitly allows for exaggeration, that is simply not possible when talking about our Mama. Mama, you were the anchor of our family, the queen of our clan. I remember when your 71st great-grandchild was born, you said, you now have a legacy worthy of Yaakov Avinu. As the eldest grandchild, I was both witness to and the beneficiary of two of the greatest of your many spectacular midot, Hachnasat Orchim and Kibud Av V'Em. As a little boy, I was always spoiled when I came to Scranton. One of my earliest childhood memories is the Shabbat my family came to Scranton the day John F. Kennedy was killed. Many memories, too many to mention individually, about the many Shabbatot and Chagim spent in Mama and Papa's house next door, the sukkah before the extension was built, Mama's soup in mason jars brought up from the basement, that basement with deep freezers, the crawl space with the David Elliott boxes that I was paid a nickel a box to fold. Bob, the driver, Mrs. Williams, loading the car for deliveries to New York and all kinds of other places to allow for kosher food to be had easily. And then when I was 12, moving in with Mama and Papa so that I could continue my Jewish education, study for my bar mitzvah, Mama continued the tradition she saw from her own mother, Bubba Zichrona Livracha, with my mother, opening her home to her grandson and taking on the role of parent much more than grandparent. But again, my life lessons were incomplete because when Pa Deutsch Zichrona Livracha became ill, he and Bubba came to live with Mama. When I got the zchut to see what real Kibud Av was, together with the Hachnasat Orchim I spoke of earlier. Mama's involvement with education continued in her parents' tradition, both with Torah U'Masorah and with the yeshiva here in Scranton. It took me many, many years to appreciate the sacrifices Mama and Papa made for me, but after I was married, I remember coming to Scranton one last time to thank both Mama and Papa for everything they did for me. There are other things I learned from Mama, whether they were her love for current events, trivia, which was epitomized in her ability to get every Jeopardy question right, or do the New York Times crossword puzzle in pen, including Sunday, I might add. Love for her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and even great-great-grandchildren, which until very recently, Mama was able to name in order with their birthdays. Mama's regal manner, her smile, the twinkle in her eye, her ability to make each and every one of us feel as if we were her favorites, is something I will know and we will all sorely miss. But the regal manner, as is often the case with royalty, was complemented by an iron will and the gift of telling you exactly what Mama thought. Ateretz zkenim b'nei banim. The emotional connection between a grandparent and a grandchild has no rational explanation. I had a truly exceptional relationship with both Mama and Papa as being the oldest. I had an ongoing joke with Mama, who never counted her grandchildren. As Rabbi Yudin just mentioned, Mama turned 96 recently. My brother Moshe gave her the 96th great-grandchild. 20 grandchildren, 96 great-grandchildren, and 4 great-great-grandchildren. I can just imagine Mama entering Gan Eden, Papa waiting for his pep, Mama waiting to tell him about all the greats and double greats he didn't have a chance to meet. Tihye nishmatat tzrura b'tzrura chayim.